Go.
Hello, my name is Kaozara, and this is one of the two poems I'm doing today. This one's called Motherland, when I went to Nigeria when I was 4 years old. So there's little encounters. Motherland. Bright sunset mangoes, yellow papayas, grass green guavas. That's what I know of Motherland. Grandma 1 and Grandma 2 live a couple of houses down from each other. Afternoon lunch at Grandma 1's and unbeknown to Grandma 2, straight over for seconds. What a childhood treat. All in a day's work as we run from one house to the other, trying to avoid falling in the gutsy, gut-wrenching gutter that separates our house and the street. Unstable piece of wood sits on a small strip of a gutter like a pirate plank. Oops, my cousin wasn't careful and in and went with yesterday's dirt inside of a chicken, dead foul creatures and the neighbor's urine as we laughed joyously, lucky and glad it wasn't me. And Grandma berates and dictates us for laughing, but how could you miss the glint in her eye? That's Motherland. On our way to primary school in our formerly pressed uniform, the desire to play and run through mud, but then we remember Grandma's warning, get it dirty and we can add a spoonful of lashes and detergent to the solutions, but by the end of the school day it was forgotten. And we come home with fresh new dirt, zippers coated in dust, and the once white collar now a reciprocal of the ground we walk on. Plush blue skies like a mirage of rivers with golden sun beating heavily on our chocolate skin as we run carefree. Now it's Mama's 2 turn for lunch. With impeccable luck it will be indomie or maybe even jollof rice, but then if not I can settle for a goosey, the delicious watermelon soup with pounded yam, but I'm praying it's the first one. But Mama always says you will eat what you were given, and with a frown and an inward groan and moan, for if she hears you a slap or two may be coming your way. No one needs that lecture on respect. I can now spell the word up Nepa. We all shall when the lights are flickered back on, because Motherland has shortage of lights and some days we go without electricity, only the luminance of old Milo can pierced and filled with kerosene and solid ropes burning. On some unlucky day we are drenched and soaked in sweat from the night as we stare at the unspinning fan in the room to ventilate and utilize the warm air as mosquitoes design our bodies with their mark. And we may itch the next day, but Grandma's sweet remedy helps get through the day. And I wonder why they never bite her, and she replies, there's nothing left to eat. They light the fresh and young blood with newly found bright lights. We gather around the single light bulb in the room as we take our writing pens and brown book pads and litter it with answers to homework given to us by our strict teachers. Nothing but the silence between us, but someone has to break it, whether a fart or a burp. It has to be one of the boys anyways. They're disgusting. With maybe an hour or two left before bedtime, remember our priority as the Adam begin to cry, and remember we haven't prayed since morning, and we run inside wrapping our hijabs tightly on our heads as we race to the mosque in the corner to congregate. We file in a single line, all the children's at the back, but someone always ends up pushing, and we all pull and pinch one another through the whole prayer as we race back home. Growing in Motherland as sweet as the sunset mangoes on the market stall, and the fresh yellow papaya being advertised by a young man carrying a whole basket of it on his head, or even the grass green guavas auntie sometimes brings round. It was adventures of discovery as we played our own version of hopscotch, and Grandma yells at us to be careful not to stain the hand wash scrubs clothes on the line, but someone ends up being stupid and we are beaten by Grandma, and we may be angry at her for the moment but too cowardice to admit it was our own fault. But we could never be angry for too long, for the answers to our stomach is in our hands and our pots aroma simmering in the outside kitchen. One final game before bedtime, either story time or hide and seek, but we are too worn out and sit and listen to stories that make us reflect, or maybe a tale or two about our ancestral lineage and who we are. Now we get inspirations and ideas on the next day gameplay, or maybe even stories about Africa's greatest warrior, Shaka Zulu. He was courageous and it was contagious. Regardless, the images sparks alive and fizzes for endless days. Motherland. It is simple. Sometimes we get hungry and run to our favourite fast food house with Grandma's stainless steel plates clinking and cluttering with the lid. In the crook of our hand is 10 naira. How rich are we? The sweets we could buy with that. Some days relatives give us more, but we are truly the richest kids alive. We were satisfied even if it equates to £2 British. We loved it. We would beg for them to add a tiny bit more food to please our rumbling stomachs, and some days they do. Motherland, it may not be perfect, but no one is. But regardless of its flaw, Motherland is home, sweet like the juice from sunset mangoes and the refreshing taste of yellow papaya and the mouth-watering love from grass green guava. That is Motherland. I love Motherland. Thank you.
How do you pause it?
Thanks.